Hello and welcome back. I'm out in the forest today and as you can see it's a little bit wintry. I'm in the Gortin Glen Forest Park, County Tyrone, not far from Omagh, and it's absolutely beautiful here today. Well, it's always beautiful when I come here, and we're just at the start of another short cold snap. So I've been wanting to come here to climb Mullaghcarn, which is a very easily accessible summit of the Sperrins. Can't remember the height as usual, so I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. But I came here with Katrina, oh geez, about 5 or 6 years ago, in or just after a real period of heavy snow, and this was the most magical wonderland of a place to come. And for the last few years I've been wanting to come here in the snow, climb up to Mullaghcarn and experience it again, but in a hill walking kind of way instead. Gortin Glen is a managed forest park, managed by Fermanagh and Omagh Council, and they spent a lot of money on it over the last few years. Put in some cracking good signage, put in some brilliant mountain bike trails, which I haven't ridden, but anyway, and spent a lot of money just promoting the area as a multi-activity, family orientated tourist area. So I've come up, actually I'm still following it yet, up along the Pollen Burn. There is a Pollen Burn trail, which is a proper graded trail. It's all gravel and stones and so on. Sorry, I'm completely out of breath. It's all graded stones and gravel, some steps and so on. It kind of crisscrosses over and back across the Pollen Burn itself, and you get some great views of some waterfalls. Now, me being me, I decided wouldn't it be great to get some footage of one of those waterfalls close up with the drone. And guess what happened? Yeah, managed to clip a branch of a tree just above, plop straight into the pool at the bottom of the waterfall. So thankfully I was able to retrieve it using the 2 walking sticks, but I hope that's not the end of my drone already. Only my second time out with it. I did get some footage of the starting location, so hopefully, and I did get some of the stream, and I did get some of the waterfall, so hopefully I can retrieve that off the SD card that's not completely gone. But I've now left the Pollen Burn trail, kind of follow it for about 1.5–2 kilometers, and I'm now on the Mullaghcarn trail, which it's a nice forest track, but there's nothing too difficult about it, and I think it actually comes onto a tarmac track at the top as well. But I was a wee bit disappointed when I arrived here. There was very little snow, but look at it now, it's snowing. So I can see up in front of me, I can see quite a dusting of snow on the trees up on the higher slopes. So I'm hoping by the time I get up to the top itself, it's going to be a great snowy 360 view from the top. And all being well, there is a second summit as well, Mullaghcarn South, I think it's called, South Top. So all being well, I'll get across to that as well. So listen, as always, thanks for coming along with me today. I hope you enjoy what you see, and stick along with me for the full walk. Anyway, I better start walking again, I suppose. I'll never get to the top. This guy frightened the life out of me. I was coming up the final approach. Now I knew there was a sculpture up here, but I kind of forgotten about it. And I was coming up the final approach road in quite thick fog, and I looked up to my left and I could see him just kind of appearing out of the mist. Scared the shit out of me for a split second till I realised what it was. But yeah, I'm now at the top of Mullaghcarn anyway, and I've found a new friend. Oh dear, fuck needs it. Oh dear, it's been pretty calm all the way up, but just when I get to the top here now, it's a bit of a breeze got up, and it's quite a sharp breeze as well. Cut you in two, so I'm just sheltering behind my new friend's legs. I can't get over how much he made me jump for. It was so silly, but yeah, no, it's I'd say there's an absolutely brilliant view up here on a clear day, but this is not a clear day. All the way up I could see the cloud hanging up over the top of the hill, but so I wasn't surprised when I got up here, and it's pretty much clouded over. At times with the breeze blowing over, it's taken some of the cloud away, but not for very long. You're just getting brief glimpses, but it's lovely here at the top, despite the telecommunications mast's just about 100 meters or so over there, but they've really made an issue of the trig point, fenced it off and put a wee path over to it, and they've also put up this big monument, this statue, I suppose you call it, of the giant of Mullaghcarn, he's called. So it's really good to see that. It's just reasons for people to come up here and just experience a mountain, I suppose, safely and easily. Makes it very accessible, and maybe might get them into hill walking in the future as well. But anyway, that's Mullaghcarn done. I'm not going to go across to the south top. It's across untracked open ground, and just with the cloud coming in and out like that, there's no point. I'm going to see nothing when I get there. I'll just be going for the sake of going, and you've always a chance of getting lost, and it's just, no, I'm just not interested in that. So it's not going anywhere, and hopefully neither am I, so I'll come back and walk up to Mullaghcarn South Top another day, maybe come up a different route or something like that. But yeah, that's Mullaghcarn done anyway. It was a wee bit of a slog, I have to admit. Coming up with that tarmac track was a bit of a slog in the last sort of 20 minutes, half an hour, but he steered me up. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm starving now, so I need to find somewhere to have lunch, but I don't think it's going to be up here on the top of this hill. It's just that wee bit too cold, so I'm going to drop back down along the track again and get somewhere with a wee bit more shelter, and set up my stove, make a cup of tea and eat my sandwiches. Oh, the view's coming to get back again now, just tantalising. The sun's just shining up there as well. If I'm squinting into the camera, that's why. It's even with the cloud, it's gorgeous up here, so I can only imagine what it's like in the middle of the summer on a sunny day. Absolutely beautiful. Wish I could stay and enjoy it longer, but it's just too bloody cold. Got my wish of the snow though. There's loads of snow up here. Looks like it's been here for a few days as well, so and whenever you do glimpse the other hills of the Sperrins out through the cloud, you can see that the very tops of them have got a wee dusting of snow as well, which is nice to see. But anyway, listen, time to get lunch. One thing I've been very impressed with, I've never seen it before anywhere else. Not sure where they come up with the idea for it, but on the back of all the signage posts directing you where you need to go to follow the different trails, there is an emergency locator code on the back of the post. I'll put something up on the screen, but basically it's like a first aid symbol, like a red cross almost, it reminds me of, and a QR code just below it. So if anybody is out here and they do get themselves into a wee bit of bother or they're feeling unwell, they can use the code on the back to pinpoint exactly where they are in the forest park. So it isn't a huge forest park, but it's big enough and people could get lost here reasonably easy. And if you're a visitor and you're not familiar with the area at all, it would be easy to get disorientated, and if you took unwell you wouldn't know where you are. And you know, I just think it's a great idea, just to allow people to identify for the emergency services where exactly they are. Some of the bigger signs as well also push the use of what 3 words, and I suppose with the communication masts on the top of the hill, there's probably a really good mobile phone reception in this area, so it allows the apps and everything to work if somebody does get themselves into bother. So yeah, no, as I said, I've never seen it before, and it's just for this kind of area and the kind of use that it's getting just with general public, really good idea. So well done Fermanagh and Omagh Council. Not that you need much congratulations from me, but I know. Managed to get a nice wee spot for my lunch. Come back down, and just where the tree line starts, just off the top of Mullaghcarn itself, went up into the trees out of the wind. I managed to get a reasonably dry and snow-free spot to set up my stove, heat some water for tea, and have my sandwich. But I tell you what, it's not a day for sitting around anyway. Oh, it's bitterly cold now, and I noticed some of the snow that fell earlier on the day that's lying on the top of my bag, it's actually frozen now as well. It kind of melted and then froze again, so it must be well below freezing still at this stage. So I'm on my way back down again now. As you can see behind me, I'm back on the or still on the tarmac trail. So it's just a matter of following my tracks back down to where I came up, and then picking up the pollen burn trail again, and then following it down the opposite side of the river and back down into the car park. My original plan was maybe to pick up the ladies view walk as well, to go on around the trail on around the forest drive, sorry, and then pick up one part of the ladies view trail, but it's 2 o'clock now, and I'm not going to have time to do that. I need to get back into Sperrin. I have something to pick up there, and then this morning I left my road bike in for a service and it's actually ready, so I need to get back to Letterkenny before 5:30 and pick that up. So I'm going to cut the day a wee bit shorter than what I anticipated. I actually enjoyed it more than what I would expect from just a forest track and trail and tarmac road walk. I think the giant at the top. Oh, just make sure I'm going the right way here. Yep. Made up for everything. The scenery here is absolutely gorgeous. You gain a lot of height very quickly on the walk, and hopefully I'm going to lose a lot of height now very quickly as well. But you're right up into the, it's just a beautiful spot, and well worth a visit on any day. And I got to visit it with a wee bit of snow as well, which is what I was hoping for, because I would say this is probably the last gasp for wintry conditions in this part of Ireland. We tend not to get much snow in the winter. We usually get 1 or 2 spells of it, if we get any at all. Like last year we didn't get any, so this is probably the last spell of snow that we're going to get for this year, which is what I need to happen if I'm going to carry out all my plans on the road bike. But I was just keen to get out today and get a walk. So as always, thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this walk. There's not as much scenery as I expected. Normally I was kind of banking on being able to get some good footage up at the top with the drone, so obviously that didn't go according to plan either. So yeah, I need to get myself home now and find out how you dry out a drone, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's still working once I get it up and dried out again. So anyway, no point worrying about it. It is what it is. I'll get it sorted one way or the other. But anyway, as always, thanks for coming along with me in this walk. As I say, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you're enjoying the rest of my videos as well, please consider subscribing also. Until next time, I'll see you later. Cheerio, bye bye.